Welcome to Cindy Certified Recipes. You know, we all know we're supposed to get more vegetables in our diet, but sometimes getting them from here to here can be a little difficult. Well, today I'm going to be fixing that. But before we get to that, I'd like to invite you to hit that subscribe button, and then you can hit that notification bell, and you'll get first dibs on all my upcoming videos. Now, let's get going. I'm making for you guys today 2 distinct sauces. And when you try these, you'll be running to the store to get all those veggies that maybe you didn't like before, but you're gonna be dipping and pouring away once you try these. And they might not be on your normal repertoire as to something you would normally get or try, but I'm telling you, you gotta try it and you'll be converted. So the first one is a miso sauce slash dressing slash salad dressing. And it actually has 4 fermented ingredients in it and no sugar. So, I mean, you can just eat it, dip it, whatever you like, but it's totally delicious. And so we're gonna start off with rice wine, which is mirin, and that's gonna go in the pot here. And all the amounts will be in the description below. And this is white miso. This is 2 tablespoons of white miso, and it works better when you're mixing it for it to be a little bit of room temperature. So I've been letting it sit there on the counter. And a nice little whisk, and you're just gonna start mixing up that miso and getting it a little dissolved in that mirin. It's gonna need a vigorous whisking. And if you want, you could even put this in a blender and do it that way. All right, that's good for now. Our next fermented ingredient is rice vinegar. And then soy sauce. And then this is just 1 clove of garlic that I grated earlier to make it nice and fine. And then about a tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Here we go. Guess what? That's it. And you're just gonna mix that up. And you can easily double this, triple this, quadruple it. I'm telling you, once you try it, you are definitely gonna be at least doubling it. And that garlic actually acts as a little bit of an emulsifier to keep all this together. That's it. And then you're just gonna take that and pour it into your desired container. Mine are these little jars that I like to pour it into. And that'll keep 2 weeks in your fridge. And I'm gonna tell you, it ain't gonna last that long because I'm telling you, you're gonna be dipping and pouring. So now we're gonna get set up for my next sauce I'm gonna show you guys. The next item I'm making for you guys is a delicious ginger dressing slash sauce. You can also dip and marinade with this. And I do like to use a blender for this because I'm gonna be emulsifying onions and ginger. So the first thing we're gonna put in is like a generous 1/4 cup of ginger that I already peeled and chopped in little pieces. And if you get some of those really small gingers in the store, this was a nice fat one. You can try soaking them in water a little bit, and then those outer peels come off a little easier. But these fat guys comes off no problem. So in goes that, and this is just a small onion that I cut and peeled and quartered. And this is a 1.5 cups of light olive oil, very neutral tasting olive oil. And this is just some white vinegar. And here we have soy sauce. And a generous tablespoon of tomato paste. Kind of a surprise ingredient there. All right. On goes the lid. And we're going to swirl that up till it's nice and smooth. All right, now that's ready to pour into a jar or any type of container you want. I would definitely recommend a lid. And all these dressings, sauces, taste better when they've sat a little while. So I definitely would let these sit an hour or so, but you're definitely welcome to use them right away. And I'm gonna be right back to show you how I like to eat them. All those beautiful veggies you guys saw in that piece of wood container I have, I've done some type of slicing to them on this platter here. That's pretty much how I like to do it when my husband and I are eating it. If you're gonna be having company eating off of this, I would suggest like a pretty little plate with their separate own little dipping bowl and maybe a fondue fork they can pick. That'd be the most etiquette way of doing it. But just my husband and I, we just dive in there with our fingers and start dipping. And this is our miso sauce dip dressing. And this is the ginger one I made. And I wanted to show you, you might have seen when I had the other bowl here, this odd looking vegetable, and that's called a kohlrabi with a K. And if you don't know what it is, that's fine, because a lot of cashiers don't even know what it is. You have to tell them all the time. And it comes like this, which is the green, and there's also a purple. But when you cut open the purple, it's the same color inside. And this is what it looks like cut up. It's got a very delicate flavor and a nice crispy texture. I think you'll really enjoy it if you're not familiar with it. Jicama is another good one to look for. And I didn't see any nice ones, so otherwise I would have included it. But here, I'm gonna tilt this a little bit. Here I have some broccoli, and I put the avocado, and I tried to chunk it a little thicker than I would for sandwich, and I put it in its own little bowl so it's not messing everything up. Here's some carrot, and some of those baby cucumbers we all love, and those little different colored peppers, sweet peppers, some celery, some nice crisp green beans, and some radish. And this is sliced sweet potato. And I talked about those in my scalloped sweet potato video, how great they are raw. Some slices of red cabbage or purple cabbage, some raw asparagus, and here what I did was I took a potato peeler and I just peeled off the bottoms. That makes them nice and tender to eat when you eat them raw. And there's that kohlrabi I talked about, and some cauliflower. And the challenge here I want you guys to do is go to the store and pick out something you wouldn't eat in a million years and get it and bring it home, make these sauces, and I think you're gonna be shocked how much you're gonna like it, and you'll go back and try all these other veggies you haven't tried before. And that is my New Year's challenge for you guys, to try all these different veggies that you normally wouldn't eat because these sauces are so good, I'm telling you. So, aside from the veggies, I want to show you something else that I really love to do with this sauce. If you want, you can add a little bit of animal protein to this if you don't want to go totally vegetarian. And two of my favorites I'm going to show you here. The first one is a nice little piece of salmon, and I grilled this up earlier, and my favorite on the salmon is the miso. And so I just like to take a little spoonful and drizzle it on there, and you could actually marinate it in that too, depending on how much flavor you want. But I find when I grill it, that's all I really like, is that little bit, that little drizzle, and it's so excellent. You're gonna have to try it, and it just makes that little extra protein boost to all those veggies. And I'm gonna show you the next one here in just a second. My next huge favorite is putting the miso sauce on some chicken. And either way, it's fantastic to either just pour it on the whole piece like that. But I'm a dipper, you guys. I love just dipping. And so a lot of times I'll cut this up in little dice or squares, I should say. And then I just like to dip it in the sauce. I don't know why I'm a dipper, always been. At Thanksgiving, I gotta have my own dipping bowl. So I hope you enjoyed this video. and you check out my playlists, you're bound to find a ton of other ideas there and things you're going to enjoy. And I'll look for you guys here next time on Cindy Certified Recipes. If it's time tested, top-notch ingredients, and the talk of the table, it's Cindy Certified.